What's going on, guys? This is Pokemon Mystery Mail Day number 89. Full disclaimer, this is a lot of kind of cheaper cards. There are some nicer cards that'll probably be coming in, but a lot of this stuff was for set completions, so let's just go ahead and get into it. Right now I'm working on 2003 up to 2009. We're almost up to 2010. But again, these are mostly hollows. I'm still gonna have to go after bulk. I'm still gonna have to go over commons and uncommons. But let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so first things first, Jackson, appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and get this. Not sure what happened to my razor blade. Hey babe, do you know if my razor blade's in the kitchen? It's weird, it's always in here and it's not in here anywhere. All right. I mean, I have a knife in here, so I have something, but I would like to use something really, really sharp. Got my trusty, not my trusty Husky, which is usually what I'm using, but I got my Schrade blade. That rhymes. Schrade blade. All right. Very nicely bubble wrapped. I do appreciate that. I feel like that's a little overkill sometimes, but in terms of me trying to even get this thing open, but I do appreciate it. You can see that effort when you're opening something from someone. You can actually see the effort that they put in. No? Okay. What could have possibly happened to my razor blade? That is just the darndest thing. Okay. All right. So it's not in the desk. It's nowhere. Oh man. Okay, so Jackson is the homie for this. So you guys, this is actually the perfect card to start this off with. As you guys know, in the intros for all my videos, you guys, you hear kind of the theme song, you see the Rayquaza and the Groudon in my intro. You guys, it's pretty obvious. Some of my favorite Pokemon in terms of legendaries, especially Groudon, Rayquaza. I love Kyogre too. Kyogre should kind of be in there. The reason those Gen 3 Pokemon are in there is because honestly, my most vivid memories as a kid were playing those games on Game Boy. Let's go ahead and look at this beautiful card. So, a good buddy of mine got me into looking at black and white full arts and XY full arts, and one in particular struck me, and I just had to absolutely have it. I think it's absolutely magnificent, and it is from 2012, Pokemon Black and White Dark Explorers. We have the full art Groudon EX. This thing is just gorgeous, and it's in an 8. We were able to work out a deal. This is pretty much, I got this as cheap as 8s get. Let's go ahead. I absolutely love this card, and I really don't have too much time to spend on this card specifically. I'm going to definitely put this sleeve is a little crinkled and put that in a new sleeve, but I want to take this out so you guys can see it. Oh my god, goodness gracious. Now I know the Japanese cards are beautiful. They have a different texturization, but this card has an incredible texturization, guys. I feel like after people watch this video, there's going to be a couple of you that need to go out and get this card, and I would not blame you. So this card just has this incredible red shade on there. I mean, it's and the dark shading on it. I mean, it's a very detailed card when you really have time to look at it. And honestly, this card exceeds all expectations that I've had for it. It is absolutely gorgeous. You can just see the texturization in the back. I'm going to try and zoom in on this again while I'm closer. But I wanted to get some light on those texturized parts so you guys can see as I move this back and forth how this hollow just shines so beautifully. It really is. In my opinion, this is one of the closer cards to, I feel like, a Japanese quality card. I mean, this card is just gorgeous, and you see a lot of these in black and white. I'm not sure if X and Y has any hollows like this. I think this was really specific to black and white era. I could be wrong on that, but this card is just absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so happy to have it in my collection. Let's go ahead. Like, oh my gosh, like I haven't been really that excited. Let me zoom that back out. I haven't really been, we got our new fresh sleeve here. I haven't really been that excited to pick up Pokemon cards lately as much. And honestly, looking at this era of cards and the price point for higher grades, it really brought that excitement back. And I'm really, really happy that my buddy here in Charlotte got me onto these, because I am super stoked to have this card in my collection. This card is definitely never going anywhere. I want more of them. I'm obsessed with it, honestly. I would like a 9 and a 10 in this card. This card is phenomenal. I'm obsessed. I absolutely love it. But we need to move on. So let's get going, guys. I feel like a lot of people, though, have forgotten those era cards. All right. So I'm going to open. We've got some eBay envelope mail. Super cheap to ship these out. They did a great job. They just taped over it. That's kind of what you got to do. I honestly haven't ever gotten one in this size envelope. This is interesting. This would definitely be more efficient and less likely, I feel like, to bend and get messed up. I use the standard size envelopes, which honestly, if I use this size, it would definitely save me on tape. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, and thank you, Vicky. Now that I'm opening this, I'm realizing when you have all this tape to protect it and give it its rigidity, if that's even a word, its rigidness, it makes it really, really hard to get these cards out. And I imagine the cards that I've sent off that I've sold on eBay, I imagine those cards were taped up so much they've been kind of difficult to get out. I'm hoping my buyers have had a little bit of an easier time than I just had opening that up. And then they use the invoice to wrap up the card, which is in a top loader and a team bag, which is huge. I don't top load all the cards that I send out. I know some people might be like, dude, you have to top load everything. But when I'm shipping out like a stack of, let's say 50-cent $1 cards, I'm shipping out 4 or 5 of them, I'm just gonna put them against cardboard in a team bag. But I really appreciate all the effort put in here. Don't think it was necessary for this card in particular, but let's open this up. Take a look at this guy right here. All right, so this is from Rocket Returns. This is number 3. I really like everything that they did here, from the team bag and the wrapping the invoice, and on top of that, it's in a nice fresh top loader, which I have no use for that, so that's another top loader now I have. Top loaders are not cheap, honestly. You might feel like they are, but when you're top loading so many cards, it definitely adds up. But we've got this Dark Crobat. I'm going to take this out, and I like how they had a little pull tab right there. I need to get my hands on those. Let's see. Now this time, in the past, I've picked up a lot of moderately played cards, a lot of okay condition cards. I'm really trying this go around. Like, I really want to stay in the $5 to $10 range per card. But I really wanted to maintain quality. Like, if I couldn't find the card in a very lightly played, like very nice lightly played or near mint condition for like $5 to $10, I pretty much just gave up on it and said, I'm going to come back to this. This is, the ones that are available are just overpriced, and I'm not going to FOMO like I have in the past. Now, this card, unfortunately, you could tell it was bindered. Whoever Vicky is, she had this in a binder. You guys might not be able to tell. There's a slight bending curvature right here. You guys might not be able to tell that, but it's slightly bent. It's slightly curved down this way. If I put it right here, you guys can probably tell easier. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in on just that part. So the card has a little bit of curvature. It's not perfect, but overall, I think if it's sitting in a binder, it should be fine. But you can feel that this was in a binder. This was on the edge of a binder, and that's how it got that curvature. It was on the edge of a classic binder probably, and got curved like this. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because I was really excited with the condition of this card. But I will say, the condition is still good. There are people that have said if you put a card in a binder for long enough, it can straighten back out. Now, in this case, it's not bent. It's not creased. It just has a slight warp on this edge. And it just feels so cringy feeling feeling that curvature right there. That's not something that you can hide from a collector like myself. I'm gonna notice every little intricate detail of the cards that are coming in. Been doing this for a little while now, so I've gotten very used to getting mail and not exceeding expectations. But still, again, this was a dirt cheap card. I wanna say I paid like $3 for it, so at the end of the day, I can't complain about anything at that price point. Again, these are binder filler cards, so we've got that one crossed off. Let's move on, because this is obviously not going to be a short mail day video, as much as I would like it to be. Okay, we got Go TCG. All right, at least the knife is pretty sharp. Seemed to slice right through that. I need it to be sharp. It looks like we got an extra card thrown in here. I'm not quite sure. Maybe that's from the 151 set that everyone's been opening up lately. Let me zoom that back in. Sorry about that, guys. All right, we got this in a team bag, which is great. All this stuff will be recycled, will be reused. I'm not just throwing any of this stuff out. Everything has a purpose and has a second life. Beautiful. So we have, this is gorgeous. Okay, so we've got Paldea. We've got a card from Paldea in Japanese. It's beautiful. I love holos, and this holo in particular is phenomenal, and I actually don't have it in the English set. But here we have a EX Dragon Altaria. It's got the pull tab. It's got a top loader. Again, that is from Go TCG. Not with G-O, but spelled G-E-U-X TCG. And this card does exceed my expectations. The condition is near mint. The cost was like $5. I'm extremely happy with this card right now. It has no flaws, no warp, no issues. It might have some surface scratches, as pretty much all cards do. But look at that holo. Let's zoom in on this one more time. You guys can see there's a swirl right here. Beautiful. And again, this is not a video to show off the mail that I got, right? A lot of these cards are not even that noteworthy. A lot of them are pretty cheap. And the reality is that people are struggling out there, and it is an absolute privilege and luxury to get to open up these cards and order them in. I have several friends right now that are basically homeless, that are struggling, and a part of me feels really guilty and really bad about the fact that, you know, I'm buying Pokemon cards with, you know, my money and the money that I'm making every day at work. And that's not necessarily, you know, that's not the worst thing in the world. A lot of people allocate, you know, their funds to Pokemon. A lot of people have joked around that it's very addicting and that they're always buying product at the stores. But people are struggling out there. And I want you guys to realize that, you know, Pokemon is not everything. You know, we've housed one of my friends. We found him housing. There's another pair of my friends, a couple, and we're trying to get them. They are either going to stay with me here or they're going to stay with my parents. We're trying to figure that out. A little off topic, but I can't help but think about them. I've been thinking about them all night last night and all day today. So it's a little bit harder for me to do this video, but bear with me. So this was the holo that was thrown in there, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is literally probably the best artwork I've ever seen of Aerodactyl. If I'm going to be honest, even in a basic holo, this card smacks. So I will cherish this, and I will put it in my Paldea binder, and I will throw it in the slot where this card would go, because this guy is staying in the collection for sure. This is just super cool to see. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, zoomed out. Okay. All right, moving on. And there's going to be a lot of these guys. Honestly, we might have back-to-back mail day videos coming because I have a lot of mail and I just want to get it opened. And I want to show you guys and share with you guys everything. So I'm not just going to open it selfishly when it comes in. I'm going to show you guys everything, which means there's going to be a lot of mail that I have to open. Everything that I'm going to collect on this channel, you're going to see everything. Almost everything. There might be some things I grab on the fly that you might not see. But, all right, Ty. Let's get this open from Ty. Oh yeah, this knife is actually working phenomenally. We got this in a pink bubble. I can reuse that. It's in great condition. All right, and this was bubbled Another great method. It doesn't need to be taped. It doesn't need to be all that. As you guys can see, we've got a Gardevoir. This is the Gardevoir from Emerald. Don't need this top loader, so even though this is tough to get out, got an extra top loader. I love that I'm about to get a ton of top loaders. That's fantastic. I know I'm paying a little bit more for everything, considering that a lot of these, and I want a little bit of a looser sleeve. I don't like it when the sleeves are really tight like that. But again, this was another $5, $10 card maybe. It looks near mint. The holo is flawless on this thing. There's a swirl. Yeah, this thing's near mint. The back is beautiful. Let's zoom in on that. Gorgeous. Look at this. All right, we've got a swirl right there. Really a nice card. And Gardevoir has become really popular. That was the kind of one of the chase cards in Scarlet Violet base. My buddy did pull one of those and pretty much gifted it to me. It was a great trade, but I feel like it was gifted. It's really a beautiful card. But yeah, here's another one from Emerald. And I really needed this card, and it's in great condition. No regrets here. Show you guys the back. Really, really nice condition. Love that. It's got like one little nick right there. All right. Thank you, Ty, so much. You've contributed to this collection. Let's keep it going. Okay. Here we got Thomas Thoshi-2694. Kind of like Yoshi, but with a TH. Thoshi-2964. All right, that is trash. Can't reuse that. All right, it's in a top loader. It did come out a little bit, which is something for me to realize that these cards do move around a lot in envelopes, and that's something that I've been a little bit lackadaisical about. I've just started taping all the cards that go out in top loaders. It just wasn't something that was my primary concern. Now, in this case, I do like masking tape. I've actually recommended it since I started the channel. If you're sending stuff out, use masking tape. I don't have any masking tape, so I can't use masking tape. I have to use Scotch. But honestly, this is a perfect example. The card is stuck to the tape a little bit. It's kind of hard to get off. I feel like I'm going to damage the card in trying to get this off. And you know what? One of the best things that I can do is tap this down a little bit and then just slice off the top like that. That did not even work that well. All right, I almost got it, guys. This is low-key pain in the butt, and I would not want to get a high-end card that way. And it just came right out. Did not come with the sleeve at all. All right, but I can reuse this. The masking tape is really easy to take off, and I can do that another time. All right. Okay, so I am not sure what this set is for. I know it's for one of the earlier sets. I want to say 2008. It's not Secret Wonders. Mysterious Treasures, maybe. Majestic Dawn, maybe. But this is the Blissey. It looks near mint. Another $5 card. This is number 5 in the set. And even these Diamond Pearl sets, beautiful holo. Let's see if we can spot a swirl in there anywhere. I don't see a swirl. But I think that these holos are super slept on right now. And I don't want to wait any longer. I just want to binder everything as soon as possible. I've still got about 11 years of sets, a total of 42 regular main sets. I'm not sure how many like special sets there are in that, but this card looks phenomenal. And you know, the centering could be better, but I literally don't care about the centering at all. So beautiful card, very happy with that. Thank you so much. And this will be finding its home in the binder with the rest of its family. All right. Okay, next up, Troll and Toad. Now, Troll and Toad, they sent me completely the wrong cards the last time I ordered from them. Hopefully they got it right this go. Okay, and this was the wrong side, of course, for this to be opened on. Of course. Now, it's weird. Usually they send this in an envelope. I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't sent in an envelope this go around. Just trying to get this open, figure out which side it's on. Okay, it's on this side. All right. and I'll be able to reuse this, which I like doing that. I like to reuse and recycle all this stuff. All right, here we are. Let's see, this is supposed to be a near mint. Okay, and so this is how they did this one. They sandwiched the 2 cards in one top loader, because I can tell that there's multiple cards in here. One of them is very, and then they taped it down, which, I mean, I understand they taped it down, I guess, for security, but this has a seal right there and it was reusable. It didn't need to tape it. I think there's a little bit too much tape these days. Okay, and I'm gonna try and reuse this even though it's damaged. I'm not sure if that's a good idea to reuse it. Okay, oh yeah, there are 2 cards for sure. Got my free top loader, thanks Troll and Toad. Okay, I don't like the fact that they just put these 2 holo cards right up against each other. That does not make me happy. I don't like the fact that they allowed this card to get scratched and get devalued because it was against this in transit. I'm not happy about that. If they were 50-cent cards, dollar cards, $2 cards, sure. But these weren't those cards. These are rare, valuable holos that I assume will be going up in value in the future, and they weren't cheap. So even $5, $10, I think I paid 5 or 6 for this one. I think I paid 7 or 8 for the Dugongs. They were, relatively cheap, but still, I want these cards to be cared for, and they didn't even sleeve them individually, which low-key pisses me off. But there's serious curvature on both of them, but that's not the worst indicator. Usually you see a lot of minty, fresh cards that look like that. But question is it really near mint? It looks near mint. I think I could have gotten a card like this off of a regular seller, but I will say it is near mint. It is near mint. Look at that. There's no whitening on this card at all. The holo looks good. I believe that's Emerald. Yeah, so this is number 2 from Emerald. I'm going to show that holo pattern. Beautiful. We've got a lot of holos. I'm trying my best, guys. This video is going to take forever. But let's move forward. Okay. All right. Sleeve this guy individually. All right, that's sleeved. And let's take a look at this Dugong. This is Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green. This does not look near mint. It's got serious surface scratching, but this is typical of eBay. You order something. Either way, I would still say it's near mint. The back looks flawless. I'm just annoyed that the front has a bunch of surface scratches that I didn't see. But that's just the nature of ordering stuff online. I still would say that overall, everything I've gotten, I've been happy with so far. I'm waiting to get something that's like, this is not at all what I was expecting. But so far, I'm happy with everything that we've got in. Let's keep chugging along here. And so that Dugong is number 3 of 112. So yeah, that's the first page of those sets. So you can tell I'm still trying to flesh those sets out a little bit more. Oh, there's so much mail. Okay, this is how I typically send stuff out. All right. So this actually got, this is how I typically send stuff out. I got tripped out. I thought my mail that I sent out actually got shipped back to me, and I was like, this does feel kind of heavy. But now that I feel the weight of this envelope, I'm confident that none of mine are ever going to get shipped back to me. You got to be careful with the weights with these envelopes, but they used $1 postage, which is probably why they wouldn't get nabbed for it. But this is from Cody, the seller Cody Edrington on eBay. Let's get this thing, and this thing was taped to oblivion, which is really, really nice. Because honestly, they're ensuring that it's super. This is super rigid. It's like one of the most rigid packages. I'm just nervous now about opening it. I don't feel like I have anywhere where I can open this thing and not clip something. So this feels decent right here. Except I don't have my razor blade, so this is much harder than I would have anticipated. This is difficult, guys. I honestly, because I'm afraid, I'm not sure where the card is. It feels like it's right here. So I'm gonna take a leap of faith here, guys. Hope Hopefully I don't clip into the cards because it all feels so rigid. I can't even get this open with my dull knife. All right. Oh man, I'm butchering this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, you got this. You got this, bro. You got this. Just totally destroy the envelope. It's cool. All right. So what they did here was I can't even get it out. All right, here we go. They put this cardboard in here. This is honestly some of the most like inventive crap I've seen on eBay yet. I've never seen anybody use a cardboard sleeve like this. This should be in every single envelope. I wish I had a ton of these to ship out with envelopes. Cody, this is good stuff. All right, so I think that's everything I have in there. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, that's that. That is full on trash. Okay, now this did come out. As you guys can see, this was right about to come out. We've got a reverse hollow Nidoqueen. I love these reverse hollows from that 2003 to 2007 era. These reverse hollows are better than the regular hollows. Okay, let's just put it out there. All of the reverses I feel like are going for more than the regular hollows in like PSA 10. I might be wrong on that. But let me tap that guy back in there. First off, no tape isn't the worst thing. It's just, it should be in a team bag if there's no tape. And I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. Maybe team bagging all the cards I ship out and not putting tape. Because tape, it's always messy. It's always messy, even the masking tape. But I do appreciate this was in a more rigid sleeve. Kind of do appreciate that. All right, so this is the Dragon Frontiers number 7 Nidoqueen. And I would say it's pretty much near mint. There's a little indentation. I didn't see that, but there's a lot of stuff you're gonna miss. Overall, for $4 or $5, we've got one little white spot right here. We got one little white ding right here, and that's it. But the rest of the card, pretty much flawless. Tiny, tiny indentation. I'm super anal though. I've become very picky. I don't mind condition quality of like 7 or 8, or even a 6. But, even a 5 in a lot of cases. My first edition Charizards are 5s. This card's beautiful. I love that gold hollow on there. And I just think Nidoqueen is sick. Both Nidoqueen, Nidoking, I think is really sick. What I like about this card in particular is I like that the stamps for Dragon Frontiers don't take up too much space. But you can just see it in there. And I really like the gold HP and the gold name there. That's top notch. We got another, this is super faded. Oh, and that just almost just broke this. Almost just broke this entirely. All right, put this back up on here. I'm fudging up. And I'm also like, I'm sweaty. I'm like, dude, you ordered so much mail. You are not going to be able to squeeze all this in. And it's almost like a chore going over all this stuff that's coming in such a short period of time. I really just wanted to open it and binder it into sets immediately, but I want to share everything with you guys. I hope you guys appreciate that I want to share everything with you, and don't take it for granted because this does take time out of my day, but I want to share the things that I'm excited about with you guys. F#19. I haven't received any envelope in this type of envelope before, but I like this. It feels rigid. In theory, I actually could reuse this, but I have my own envelopes, standard envelopes that I use, and I'm happy using those. I've gotten very used to it. I feel like they're very clean looking. Okay, we'll put that down there. All right, here we go. We have another black, white era or XY era full art. I know you guys couldn't really see that. This is in a team bag. Super nice. Much appreciated. And I'll probably put it back in a team bag, honestly. But I do want to take it out to show you guys. So this is Steelix. Oh, I need to make sure I get the whole sleeve out. So this is actually Steelix EX 2016. So this is XY era. Unless black and white ended at 2016. It could go either way, honestly. Definitely near mint. Beautiful. I picked this thing up for like $3. I'm so stoked about it. There are still deals out there, and I kind of factored in like, yeah, I could find these cards at a convention probably. I know Collecticon is coming to Charlotte for September. That'll be a lot of fun. Here's another beautiful textured card, similar to that Groudon. In fact, let's see what set. 2012. Yeah, I think this is XY, but that maybe confirms that XY continued that same texturization for these full arts. Guys, I'm a huge Steelix fan. Maybe I've never said that, but I think Steelix is awesome. I still really want the Shining Steelix from Neo Destiny, but look at that texturization on this card. I love this card so much, I'm actually bidding on another right now. I will be heavily focused on trying to build a position on these sets and order duplicates of these full arts if they're in near mint condition. These cards are phenomenal. They're extremely slept on, and they're going to correct at some point. I don't know when, but this card is going to be an expensive card at some point. I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. This thing is gorgeous, guys. This thing is gorgeous. Like, how are people sleeping on a quality card like that? The back is pretty much minty, dirt cheap. Pick this up for dirt cheap. So that, like, this is fun. Like, I'm having fun collecting these types of cards. You know, it's been a while since I had cards in for a budget, collecting on a budget that came in. Now, I have ordered a lot of cards. There are some graded ones. There are some higher value ones. We're talking at least like $2,000 worth of cards overall. There's a lot of mail. We're just going to keep it going. But I did in my head factor in the time it would take me to go to conventions and look for all these cards and write them down. I just didn't want to deal with that. And I felt like once you factored in tax and getting a really good deal, I sent offers out for most of these cards. Like, I'd say half of these cards I won an auction, half of them I just sent just really cheap offers on because I had a budget. I didn't want to go crazy. But this is from, I honestly can't. All I see is Collectibles LLC. It's actually, this was printed on a thermal printer, so you actually can't really see the end of it. Try and zoom in right there. You guys see how it kind of cuts off the name. So this was from a thermal printer. I would love to have a thermal printer. These are the kind of envelopes that I should be using. This is definitely some top-notch stuff, but let's just see what the cards look like. All right, and I can't reuse that. I mean, I guess it could. All right, here we go. So I was actually kind of upset when I won this card because it did have a crease in it, and it went against what I was trying to do. I was trying to spend really the cheapest I could on cards while still getting them in LP or like close to near mint condition. So I ended up just settling with this. I am not going to get another one. I'm just going to settle with this one. It is a reverse, which looks really good, but it does have a crease in it, which is unfortunate, and it is in a more played condition. I thought that it had edge wear, and I was just going to be okay with that, but this is... I feel like I'm going to buy one again soon, and I'll just put this one up for auction on my store. There's a lot of people that collect stuff that's played or heavily played or has creases. I'm really trying to move away from collecting that stuff. It's not that it doesn't have a value, because all that stuff does, and it's great for binder placements because they're so cheap when they have like dents or creasing and it's obvious. But I definitely want a nicer condition one of these. And there's like a PSA 6 for like $20 flat, which I know $20 for 6. Why, Orion? But I was thinking just crack it. I know what the condition is, but I'm trying to stay everything under $10, if not less than $5. But here's the Ampharos. I really like Ampharos. I remember having Ampharos cards as a kid, but you guys can see there's a crease right up top here. And that's the only crease. Otherwise, the card looks pretty good. I'd say it's a pretty nice card still. It's the reverse, which is honestly the one I would rather have. It's got the gold lettering for the name and the HP. And it's just for set completion. I'll replace it at some point, but that's that. Okay, moving on. We got another cheap envelope, and honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other packages, and I've also got a theme deck that I need for my theme deck master collection that I'm building. I've got a theme deck that I've been looking for the last like 3 years, and I've just never found a deal on one. So I'm really excited that it's coming in. But this is Donald. Thank you, Donald. I'm gonna open this up. This is how I would send stuff. They also they didn't use a thermal printer. It looks like they used some kind of like glue, like a glue stick or something, to paste the printed thing that the printed label that they cut out. This is actually interesting. I've never received mail that had a printed out thing that was nicely cut, but it was glued on. This is something that I could take note on and use because this would save a ton of tape. I will say there's no rigidity in this. This would be very, very easy to bend and mess up. The tape definitely adds a layer of protection, and the tape waterproofs it. So if it's pouring rain and it gets delivered and the mailbox has a hole in it, your card could get destroyed, your reputation as a seller could get destroyed. All it takes is one bad review, and then there's several bad reviews. That's one thing that I'm very conscious on my eBay. I will go out of my way to make things good for people. In a lot of cases, I don't even care if the cards get delivered or not. Like if I lose out money on it, I just want people to get their cards and be happy with the product. That's the main thing. Again, is when you're packaging this stuff, it's not yours anymore. You're sending it out to somebody. So you want to take care of everything that you're doing. Mysterious Treasure. This one was $8 with tax. What do we have here? Tyranitar. That makes sense. Tyranitar is one of my favorites. Really nice top loader here. Guys, I'm obsessed with this artwork for Tyranitar. This guy is like, why haven't I seen this card ever mentioned before? It very much so. They should have made a Gold Star Tyranitar, and this should have been the artwork they used for the Gold Star Tyranitar. Now, I will say that this was a warped, bent sleeve that they used. I'm gonna definitely try and flatten that out, reuse it. We got this top loader, don't need that. Got an extra top loader, but I know I'm blurry, but I'm about to put this card in front of you guys. What is that? Mysterious Treasures? What was that? Mysterious Treasures? I didn't even see what set it was from. I'm starting to remember these. Yeah, Mysterious Treasures. Okay. Holo looks great. Card looks near mint. Very, very happy with this right now. Very happy with this. $8. Okay, there's a little bit of whitening on the back. You guys are gonna see this in a minute. I've got a ding down here, right here. Nothing on the sides. The sides look pretty good. We've got a little bit of whitening up top here. But let's get to the holo, guys, and let's get to the artwork. This Tyranitar from Mysterious Treasures is gorgeous. If you guys are Tyranitar fans, which I'm bidding on a Shining Tyranitar right now, I'm tired of waiting to go after these grails. I know that there's a convention coming and I should wait, but I just feel like I'm not gonna get that much better of a deal in cash. But then again, I'm saving money on the fees. I just feel like they're gonna look at the eBay price and say, market price, this sold for this is what I'm selling it for. And that's not fair, because really the eBay price, you have to take into account that eBay is gonna take 10% of your money. And then there's risk there and there's time involved there. Whereas in person, it's risk and hassle free. So I'm hoping I can get some good deals at Collecticon, but I'm buckling under the pressure of wanting to get some grails that I've been waiting on. And it's just so easy to order them. It's too easy, and that's part of the problem. But you guys can see, this is a beautiful Tyranitar. And with his foot out there, I almost feel like it could come out of the border, kind of like a Gold Star. I feel like this should have been a Gold Star artwork. Honestly, this card is gorgeous. And this is one of those simple little cards that just makes me really happy. Good buddy of mine here that collects, that I talk to on a regular basis pretty much now. God, this card is gorgeous. He said something that really hit home with me. You collect what you like, and if it goes up, you get rewarded for it, but at least you're collecting what you like. You know, there's no better feeling than collecting what you enjoy and what you love and being rewarded for it down the road as it appreciates. Even though I'm not worried about these cards appreciating, they are for the sets. There's no investment value in it. There's no resale value in it. And I think that's also making it harder for me to get these cards for a deal, because they're seeing that I'm also a seller. And I think there's this jaded, there's a misconception that like, oh, this guy's gonna sell whatever I give him. No, wrong. In fact, I think that's why one of these sellers that I've been following for a long time, and I thought we had a fantastic relationship, they just blocked me. I have no idea why. It really hurt my feelings. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about Millennium Rose. Not throwing Stu under the bus. I'm just saying I wish I knew why I was blocked. I still have no idea why. I did send a message. I was hoping that we could link up and do some local deals, but I think it got completely misunderstood. But anyways, yeah, that hurt my feelings. But let's go ahead and get into this. So like, I would say if you're gonna buy cards and try and get a deal on them, maybe make a separate eBay account that does not have your seller information, you know, your profile link to your social. It's too much knowledge, it's too much information. Maybe just buy as an anonymous buyer. But some people have worked with me. Some people have been fantastic. But yeah, in other cases, I just think people don't want to deal with someone if they think they're going to sell those cards. The Happy Mudkip. I had a good experience here. I remember this seller working with them. So thank you for hooking this up. I'm going to try and reuse that. Thank you. The little Mudkip card on there. It's a nice little touch. All right, we got masking tape. Which again, guys, thank God, because masking tape is super easy to get off, right? Masking tape is no hassle at all. This is a Metagross from Deoxys. Give you guys a close-up here. This card is definitely closer to the near mint condition. This is beautiful, and I'm super, super happy with it. So, what is it, the Happy Mudkip? What was that? The Happy Mudkip, and I love Mudkip, so definitely we'll be doing business with this seller again. This card exceeds all expectations. I'm very, very happy right now. First off, you guys can see the back of the card. Very little edge burr. We've got some whitening on the bottom. But these EX Deoxys cards, especially the reverses, I feel like had a lot of wear and tear. At the time, I don't think people knew that these were going to be so hot down the road. I love these reverses, arguably way more than I like the regular hollows. But especially with EX Deoxys. We've got Metagross here, which I really, really like. And then we've got this hollow pattern for the reverse that's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Guys, I mean, whoa. This hollow pattern is exceptional. And of course, the gold foiling on the HP and the name. Here's a winner right here. Love this card. And I think I bought one in a reverse and one in a regular. This is number 11. Number 11, Metagross. All right, and that's EX Deoxys, which has a really nice stamp too. I like the coloring of the EX Deoxys stamp on there. That's really nice. All right, moving forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages left, guys. There seem to be a lot of stuff in here. Patty, collectibles, handle with care. This is some professional stuff, guys. This is heavy duty envelope material. They paid $1 for postage. I have yet to pay $1 sending anything out yet, but you got to do that for the weight. Man, this is so rigid. Very good stuff. Paddy Collectibles. Paddy, Paddy_collectibles. Great job on that. Oh, and then this Ding Defend Protector. This is, guys, this is huge. I really need to level up my packaging. This is huge. I really appreciate the effort that goes into here. Everybody appreciates it. You will never buy from a seller and have all this effort put in and think to yourself, yeah, this is somebody that I would never buy from again. No, you're gonna wanna buy from a seller that goes through all this effort. I'm gonna keep these because this is nice material right there. I can reuse that. So we've got the full art Venusaur Snivy tag team cards. I did buy a couple tag team cards, even though I'm pulling back on it because I think that market's kind of crazy. I don't know why I fell for even buying a couple of them. I should have just waited till I could buy a couple in person at a convention. They're gonna be plentiful. It's Sun and Moon. This stuff is still everywhere, guys. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's only 5 years old. We're seeing Grails that are 20 years old that are still out there in near mint condition surfacing on eBay. So never rush to get anything. Never FOMO to get anything, even though do as I say, not as I do. I break those rules a lot. So we got the Venusaur Snivy full art. Not the same texturization. Oh, actually, yeah, so XY all the way up to Sun and Moon follows the same texturization. I really, really like this. I like how there's a continuity from black and white to X and Y to Sun and Moon. This is really, really great, guys. I love seeing this. So this is Cosmic Eclipse. I have a lot of Cosmic Eclipse cards at this point, so I can tell what set that's from. It's very noticeable, memorable. So you guys can see there's this little cracked ice kind of texturization there. And I guess they continued it up to Sun and Moon, which is huge. And it makes me very happy. I think if these Sun and Moon cards can go up in value, why on earth wouldn't the black and white XY era stuff with the same texturization that's far more scarce, why wouldn't that stuff go up in value? You gotta ask yourself. This is beautiful though. Another tag team card added to the collection. I will put a top loader back on this one because I don't have a binder yet for any of those later sets. I'm going to work up from platinum, and we're gonna go, we're gonna finish the platinum sets. We're gonna hit Heart Gold, Soul Silver. We're gonna go into black and white. We're gonna go into XY, and then we'll be at Sun and Moon, and I can start fleshing out Sun and Moon, which is gonna be a nightmare because that was the beginning of these insane high number sets. I got an extra sleeve. I got 2 more top loaders. Very nice. Oh man, 46 minutes. Okay, after this one, we got 4 more. Life Tech Gaming. Okay, I think I had a really good experience. I think they worked with me, but I can't fully remember. Okay, beautiful. We have another full art card. This is 2016, so this is XY era, and we've got that same texturization. This card's, look at this. Look at this, guys. My wife's looking out through the sunroom. The texturization on these cards that I've ordered in for like $5 to $10. I mean, these cards are ridiculously nice quality. This one is very close to being near mint. I really like this Glaceon, guys. I'm not a huge fan of the newer EV evolutions, the Leafeon, the Glaceon. I know they've been around since like, what, 2010? But I'd still just like the classics. But man, look at the texturization on this card. Yes, the Japanese cards have they're a beautiful addition to this texturization. You know, they're slightly different. You don't have the vertical hollow line. That was one thing someone taught me recently. The Japanese cards don't have this. They definitely look a little bit better, but man, when you shine this at the right angles, this card is gorgeous. Gorgeous. So this is the Glaceon EX 116 of 124. I'm sorry guys if I haven't shown the set numbers for these cards. I'm just trying to get through it as quickly as possible and in a timely manner. Okay, Rick Probstein. I'm guessing this is the infamous Probstein. I've gotten one card from them before. I wouldn't say I was ecstatic about it. I think I had very high expectations because they're a really well-known seller. But let's go ahead and check this one out. I'm not going to trash anybody. I'm just going to be critical. All right, I'm going to tell it how it is. I'm going to be critical. And that's something that I should reflect on as I'm shipping stuff out and selling stuff out. Like, is this something that I would be happy with receiving? I always ask myself that before I ship anything out. And I would have done this. So this is a card, and this is a wow, no, Rick Probstein has to be somebody else. There's no way this is Probstein, the big seller. There's no way. Because this was the top loader that was used. It's an old yellowing nasty top loader, which I guess is fine for lower end cards, but there is also no sleeve whatsoever. But I guess it doesn't matter because this card is near mint. I just traded one of these for the Groudon EX from Scarlet Violet, and now I have an even nicer one. This one is minty clean. It has one white spot on the bottom. That's it, which is surprising. And I guess it's got some little white spots up here, hardly noticeable, but it's surprising. It's shipped without a sleeve and it's freaking flawless. I'm so happy to have this card back. After getting into these full arts, I instantly regretted trading it, but here we have it again and it's just as nice. And look at that texturization. These cards are just beautiful. I am selling an M Glade EX right now with the same kind of style and texturization. God, that is Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Thank you to the homie who got me into these type of artworks. Seriously, thank you. You have changed the game as far as these artworks go. For me, and collecting these, this has made collecting feel fun, fresh, and new again. Guys, I highly recommend it. Start looking up these XY, black, white, sun and moon full arts. I know we were talking about tag team, but honestly, a full art is a full art, and it begs the question, what's gonna happen to the full arts from Sword and Shield? They're gonna go up in value big time. I'm calling it right now. In the next 3 to 4 years, the Sword and Shield block, all those full arts are gonna go crazy. Take for example, I know it's already been a long video, but take for example, the Rayquaza full art from Evolving Skies. It's not a seriously crazy card by any means. It's not even like a $10 card. I see a $50 to $100 card though in a higher grade. I'm gonna show you guys, here it is, very simple, but when I pulled this card, I didn't feel anything other than just pure luxury. This card just looks so beautiful to me. The quality on this card, the artwork, the simplicity, I absolutely love this card. And I think that these will be going up in value. Now I will say that the Sword and Shield block has thrown away the old texturization that Sun and Moon had. That does bother me, and I think that was a mistake. I think they need to keep that cracked ice texturization on their full arts. I think it's very important for them to get back to that. Okay. Got some reusable stuff. I'm gonna save the boxes for last. Here we have a package from the same seller, Scott. There isn't an eBay name, but I'm not gonna say your full name because I want to keep people semi-anonymous on here. And this was packed really well. You can tell that it was packed super tight. So thank you, Scott, for making sure that these cards came in transit safe. We got a stack of cards here that we're gonna go over. Can't reuse that, kind of butchered it. And they really went out of their way to make sure all these were taped and that nothing was coming out. Very smart. I really appreciate it. I know it was a lot. I was kind of annoying. I was like, and I need this one, and I need this one. But when it comes to getting cards for a slightly better deal and slightly lesser conditions and getting them all at once from the same seller and the same shipment, it was a no-brainer for me. Got a bunch of free top loaders, which is sick. Oh, I'll take an order. I'll take a mail day like this any day over sending a bunch of cards out to PSA. The amount of money I spent on these cards would have been a couple PSA submissions. You feel me? All right, so we've got all these extra top loaders. Heck yeah. We got number 2 Crobat. Now I have a theme deck that contains this Crobat. Oh, dang it. And okay, first card I'm getting, not the condition I was hoping for. It's no wonder I got a better deal on it. I would never buy a card that has a crease in it like this. I should have been a little more transparent, but again, I was rushing to get all these cards. Hopefully they're not all like this. I don't think they will be. I think I just missed this on this one, which is fine. But we've got Crobat from Delta Species. This is number 2 out of the set. There's nothing crazy about this card, honestly, and I maybe even ordered the reverse of this card. I don't know, but this will be a placeholder. So, like I said, this was like a $3 card. That'll be a placeholder until I can replace it with a nicer condition one. Okay, next up, we got a Metagross or Metagross, however you wanna pronounce it. This is from, I want to say Legend Maker. Where is it? Hidden Legends. This is from Hidden Legends, Metagross, and the card actually looks minty. Awesome. It's got a really nice curvature. Yep, yeah, this one's good. This is Metagross number 11 of the set. Beautiful hollow pattern on this guy. Really, really like this card personally a lot. I know there's not much hollow shine on there, but that's okay. That's also one of my favorite things about it. It focuses more on the Pokemon and the point of view right in front of that Metagross. All right, so the second one, banger. All right, let's see what these other ones are like, because these were all in the same price bracket And honestly, I was worried that they were all going to have like a dent or something. Nope, another super clean card. Beautiful. The back is played on this Gardevoir, but again, $3 for a card. No complaints there. It's got whitening on it, whatever. The card up front does have a tiny little dent in it. Not the biggest deal. It's got a beautiful swirl. It's a $3 card. I'm not complaining about it. You can see the swirl is right there. We've got our Gardevoir here from EX Power Keepers. Again, I can replace all these cards as I go. I just want to complete these sets so badly. This is 9 of 108, and honestly, this card's in great condition. It would probably get a 7 or a 6. The only thing I would say is just the whitening on the back. Maybe make it a 5, and it's got this tiny little indentation that I would never be able to show you guys on camera. Okay, we got a really cool reverse here. This is from Delta Species, please. Oh God. All right, this is the worst one. I guess, again, it'll just be a placeholder. Again, I was picking these up for like $3 a piece. This is a perfect example where I am an experienced collector and I'm still buying the cards that are creased, that are damaged, just to get the lowest cost basis possible. I hope I only paid $2 for this card, honestly, because, yeah, this thing is wrecked. Still a cool card. Have never seen one up close before. This is a Holon Phantoms Reverse Holo Magneton. If you paid for a Holon Phantoms pack and you pulled one of these, you'd be spending so much money on that pack. So this is a nice little reverse holo, and it looks good at first glance, but when you focus the light a little bit, let's see, there you guys can see it right here. We've got a gnarly crease right here. That's the only crease, but it's still gnarly, and then there's some light indentation right here. Again, because it's down here and not in the holo, I didn't notice it at all, and I still don't notice it. Honestly, it'll make a fine binder card. Again, $2-3. I really can't complain that much. Like, when I'm buying a ton, like hundreds of cards, and I'm getting them for $3, $2, it really doesn't matter that much. And honestly, I'm glad that they were willing to work with me on all of these. They still top loaded all of them. The top loaders, the sleeve and the time that went into this was probably not even worth the seller to sell them to me. I just hope the next conditions are better. Let's see what we have here. Metagross was 7. Mightyena 5. Crobat was $3. Word. Ludicolo 7, Lapras 10, Armaldo $1. So basically a $5 median price. It's trash. All right, let's get this Ampharos out. Please be clean. Thank God. And it's clean. It's like near mint. Thank God. Yes. So this Ampharos, which is near mint, absolutely gorgeous. The holo is absolutely phenomenal on this. This is Unseen Forces. Look at this holo pattern, guys. Look at the glimmer on this card. Wow. Just wow. This has got to be one of my favorite holos I've seen in a long time. Wow, guys. Oh my gosh, this card is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I am so privileged to get to open these up and have this experience as a collector. This doesn't happen every day. I'm not going to do crazy orders like this often. I have been going off the chain lately. I need to keep tabs on that. I need to be wary of the fact that I have a credit card, and that makes things really, really easy to go off the deep end. This has a crappy sleeve. I'm just going to put this in a new sleeve, but the card itself looks good. So we have the EX Deoxys. It's got a scratch. Luckily, it's not on the holo. It's beneath the holo. It looks pretty good overall. Pretty much near mint right here. $7. There's a little bit of warp to it, but again, the card still looks very clean, so the warp doesn't matter so much to me. There's the holo pattern on this Mightyena. Beautiful card. This is EX Deoxys, regular holo. I have a lot of cards to flesh out for this set. This is number 12 in that set. I'll put a new, fresh, clean sleeve on this guy. I can't wait to binder these up. I don't know when I'm going to do it. We need to go to the pool right after I finish filming this video. If you guys are still here an hour in, thank you so much. Please, please, please be mint. Boom, I think we got another minty one. Let's go. Minty fresh Banette reverse from Power Keepers. Gorgeous. I'm so happy I was able to snag a deal on all these cards from the same seller. This really made things efficient for me and easier. Gorgeous reverse. I think this is the second one I bought. I really wanted this reverse though. Okay, so let's get this Ludicolo out. We got a print line right off the bat. A lot of the cards in Crystal Guardians, like Crystal Guardians for whatever reason, so many print lines on those cards. Boom, we got another minty fresh one. I'll spend $7 all day on these minty ones. All day. Look at this reverse. Gorgeous. The gold lettering, the gold HP. You guys can see there's not a single scratch on this guy. Stamped. Very happy with this card right now. Very happy. And that is number 6 of Crystal Guardians. I also copped the Blastoise from Crystal Guardians, which is a huge win because I've wanted that Blastoise for forever. I still need the Crystal Guardians Charizard. I don't know when I'm going to actually man up and finally pick that Charizard up. I've been trying to go after them for months, years, but it just hasn't happened yet. Okay, this is the... I know what set this is. Legend Maker. This is the Legend Maker set. Number 8 out of 92. Man, these sets were so small, which makes it easy. I need to just knock this out and get it over with because it's only going to get more expensive. It's only going to get harder. There was really only 1 or 2 options per card that I was looking for in the condition that I needed. But again, really came correct on the rest of these. We had 2 that had creases and all the other ones were pretty much near mint. I'm not even going to turn this one around. You guys are just going to have to take my word for it. This card is minty fresh. Gorgeous artwork of Lapras too. Beautiful card. I'm so stoked right now. All right, this Armaldo was $1, which really brings my cost basis down. How bad is this card going to be for $1? Homie hooked it up. I am happy with the price I paid for all the cards overall. I don't care about the crease cards. I'm happy with it, and that was my job to do my due diligence. Whoa. I have a very, oh my god, this thing is mint. Whoa. So this card is mint. This Armaldo might be mint. I don't see any whitening. I'm wearing the black shirt for a reason. You guys, we can see one little white dot right here. Wow, I'm so stoked to have gotten this card. This is gorgeous. This Armaldo from Holon Phantoms. This is number 1 in the set. Gorgeous card. Really a nice artwork. Looks sick. Yeah, this is number 1 of 110. And guys, there's something going on with this card that I have never seen before. I don't know how to describe this or if the camera is going to catch it. Let's zoom in and see if I can get it on the camera. All right. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a line, not a print line. It's a line going down the whole card. And it makes it looks like the holo print is different across the line. You guys aren't going to be able to see that. But I still find this card very interesting just for that one little nuance. And it's a beautiful card, and it's in mint condition. 10 out of 10. Very happy with the seller. And at $1 for a mint condition card. $1, guys. You know what? I need to look that, where's that sheet? So let's go 7, 5, so 7, 3, that's 10, 15, 22, 32, 33. And we got, how many cards we get? We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $33. My cost basis was $3.30 a card. This was huge. This was seriously huge, and definitely I have to leave feedback. I have to leave some good feedback. I believe That was Van Broyles. Yeah, Van Broyles. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. I got it. The shout out. I got it. Scott. Scott, thank you so much. I am seriously not gonna forget to leave you some feedback. I'm super stoked about the mail that we got in here today. This is awesome, and thank you so much. I know we're almost done. We got these last two, baby. Okay, Amber, thank you for this. You sent it in a box. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. My wife's looking at me like, we're gonna miss the pool, we're gonna miss the pool. We are not gonna miss the pool, baby. Daddy is not gonna let us miss the pool, I promise. Alright, so, gotta get this open from below. Should not be cutting towards myself, guys. Don't ever cut towards yourself. Okay, I'm not even gonna look at the invoice. I'm just gonna get straight into it. Yo, what is this? What is this? What is in here? We got all this wrapping. What in the world? Alright, between cardboard, I can reuse that box with rubber bands. There's rubber bands over here. Oh, here we go. This is a great way to wrap it up. Bought a lot of cards from the seller. Really, oh, dude. Oh my God. All right, this was the L. I'm taking an L on this. This seller did not work with me on price, and I don't think she or he understood how selling cards works. This card was listed for $40 and has a crease in it. This really pisses me off. This is the type of stuff that I don't take lightly at all. Let's okay, now I have to look at this invoice and see how screwed I got on this. Why does it feel like it's friggin' a book? It feels like I'm reading a book. Okay, all right. Raikou, $11. Good dear God, how many of these did I get? I hope they're not screwed. $10 for Suicune. 13 for Sceptile. Dugong, 12. I did not do great on these. Walrein, 15. Hold on, Phantom's Gyarados. So this is the one I'm pissed off about right now. I paid $43 for this reverse Gyarados. It has a crease in it. I paid $43 for this Tyranitar, which better not have a crease in it. I am going to lose my marbles if this card has a crease in it. Alright. From what I can see, the Tyranitar does not have a crease in it, which makes me happy, but it's not going to make up for the loss on this Gyarados. This is like super unfortunate, guys. I'm not happy about this at all. I am not happy about this card at all. Here's the Gyarados. Not even going to spend a lot of time on this. I was really excited for this card in particular. These reverses are beautiful, and this is what I get. This is what I get. Y'all have told me time and time again, spend more time asking for more photos, asking questions, pestering people. Guys, I've been messaging people back and forth, day in, day out, messages all day. There's the crease right there. Pretty gnarly bottom corner crease. Otherwise, the card would have been great. The card would have made me happy if it didn't have a crease. I'm gonna have to have a discussion with that seller on that because I'm not thrilled about that. This Tyranitar better come correct. Better come correct. I need this card to be perfect. Even this Tyranitar has seen better days. I mean, the surface is pretty beat. It's not too bad on wear. And honestly, this reverse Tyranitar is not a cheap card to get. This one does look good. The surface, you can definitely see wear, but I really like the card. I am happy. I'm happy with this card. Please, dear God, tell me that these other ones are going to be good, that we're not going to take more L's. $40 L is huge. It's huge. All right. Please, dear God. All right. This one, This one has an indentation, not quite a crease, but it's an indentation in this Walrein EX, which is not an expensive card to get by any means, so it's unfortunate, but I'm gonna show you guys anyways. 99 out of 108. Beautiful hollow pattern on this card. I love how the EXs have this really nice hollow border. Let's see. Ooh. Try and show you guys the hollow pattern. But again, some of these are a little bit more played, so I think they're a little more faded than they should be. But yeah, this is the Walrein EX. Oh God, thank God I left one more package, because yeah, I'm not sure how I fared on these. I think I overpaid on these, which sucks, because the last seller I was paying $3 cost average. This seller I just paid out the butt because they would not work with me on price. And honestly, shame on them for not working with me on price. Seriously. $40 for a creased Gyarados? Come on now. You saw that crease. Okay. And these other cards better be good for 12, 13 bucks a piece. Okay, Stormfront. We got a number 10 of Stormfront, Sceptile. All right, this card looks good. Looks near mint. It's about the first one I've seen that's like that. Zoom in on that. All right, here's the Sceptile here. Near mint, looks good. Let's move forward. I still have that last box, and we're way overdue on time for this video. I mean, everything was packaged nicely. It was packaged very professionally. They clearly knew what they were doing. But the reverse Gyarados had a crease in it for $43. I mean, anyways, this is Secret Wonders Raikou, number 16, and I love how a lot of these Secret Wonders cards, I really like Diamond and Pearl Secret Wonders. I think it's super slept on. I like how these hollows have a hollow bleed pretty much on like all of these hollows. People always point out that there's hollow bleed, but that's kind of like a regular thing with Secret Wonders. So that's the Raikou. That's number 16. I should properly inspect the card and make sure there's no creases or anything. Nope. I just don't get it. There's no surprises on the other cards. I guess it was just the Gyarados. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I feel like I always end up softening up. Okay. Okay, and another thing was, I'm pretty sure they said they were going to send me for the shipping. Pretty sure they said they were gonna. I'm pretty sure they charged me shipping on all these. Okay. No, they didn't charge me shipping. Okay, $5, $5, and they took shipping off 3. So it's charged me for $20 on shipping. I got a creased Gyarados. Again, let's let you guys know who this seller is. It's a first and a last name. So Amber. Amber, you let me down with the Gyarados. I'm pretty much happy with everything else, but you let me down with the Gyarados. There should have been more of a full disclosure on that card. Dragon Frontiers, Dugong, number 15. I will be so happy to not have to go after some of these ever again, though. I'm telling you right now, it has been a chore to try and put these sets together. That's the reverse. Was that number 15? Number 15. And then if you wanted to get the hollows and all the reverses, like, I'm not even going to go after all the reverses for these sets. It's going to be wildly crazy to do that. I'm really just going to try and complete the hollows and get as much bulk as I can. All right, Secret Wonders Suicune, looking good, looking minty, looking minty. All right, I mean, I overpaid a little bit on the cards. I got charged way too much on the shipping, for sure. But my main concern is this Gyarados and trying to figure out what we can work out on this Gyarados. I'm gonna take a photo of the Gyarados, send it to the seller. Hopefully we can work some kind of discount out, some type of partial refund, because that's kind of ridiculous. But again, I guess that's on me as buying this stuff way too quick, not doing enough due diligence. Okay, the hobby source. Let's see how much of a hobby source you really are. All right. And maybe this is why some people don't like selling with me, because they know that I'm going to point stuff out. And, you know, I'm not going to just be one of those buyers that deals with some. Babe, look at this. This chick sent me. Why not?
Do you not
really?
hear thunder?
Oh, okay. Well, we could go to Discovery Place. And if we had gone earlier, it would have still rained anyways. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. All right. So, all right, we got a theme deck here from the Hobby Source. You guys know I'm a theme deck freak. I'm very happy to end on this note. Taped and bubble wrapped to perfection. Thank you, the Hobby Source. As you guys can see, $130 for this beautiful minty. Please be minty. Don't let me find some bad things. Wow. 20 years old, mint condition, no flaws. Dragon Frontiers theme deck. Now I already have one of these, but I paid much more for it. I believe I paid $175 or $185 for mine about a year and a half ago. I picked this one for $130, basically as a cost basis method. And honestly, it's a really sick theme deck. It has a really great Typhlosion psychic type hollow inside of it. It's really just great artwork on the box. I'm really glad I was able to pick this up. That will bring my cost average down. 130 plus 170, that's 300. So now my cost average for this theme deck is 150 per mint theme deck. And honestly, I feel like this is worth way more than 150. Being a mint condition, still sealed theme deck from 2004? Let's see. Does it have a date? It's got to have a date on here. It's got to have a date on here somewhere. Here we go. It says 2006. All right. So we've got this guy from 2006. Beautiful. Let's see. That's 14 years, 17 years old. This theme deck is 17 years old. That's a pretty big deal, guys. It's almost 2 decades old. Picked it up for just over $1. That's awesome. Anyways, I think that's going to end the mail day. I hope you guys enjoyed the mail day. I'm going to figure out what we're going to do with the day with my family. I'm sure my wife is not happy that it is raining now. We wanted to go to the pool. Hopefully she doesn't hold that against me. Oh yeah, it's thundering hard. We would have gotten to the pool. We would have been there for 20, 30 minutes and we would have had to leave. So yeah, I don't know if you guys could hear the thunder through there. But anyways, guys, appreciate you being a part of this Pokemon Mystery Mail Day number 89. It was a pretty good mail day. We got a total of 3 cards, I think 3, maybe 4 cards total with creases, and we opened a lot of cards there. Overall, we have a pretty good stack here that I'll be filling those binders in. I would say the highlight of everything here is still this Dark Explorers Groudon. I'm going to be looking into this card and trying to see if I can get more duplicates of this card. I absolutely love this card. I could have 1,000,000 of these. This is just such a great version of Groudon. He just looks so menacing. Oh, sick. And thank you, Jackson, for working with me on that. Originally, we didn't agree on a deal, but we ended up coming to an agreement I was happy about. So I'm glad to have picked that up. I think I picked that card up for $140 or maybe $130. But anyways, guys, peace out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the flippity flop.